Ash Wednesday, the first day of Lent. We are honored this morning to be talking about what Ash Wednesday means, especially in the Catholic community here in Charlotte. And we'll have more on the Pope coming up in just a bit. But we're welcoming Bishop Michael Martin with the Diocese of Charlotte. Bishop, it's a pleasure to have you here on Queen City News.
Great to be with you, Jason. Thank you.
I realize our interview might be interrupted and abbreviated because of severe weather, so we will be taking this minute by minute. But in the meantime, today is Ash Wednesday.
Sure.
Give us the significance of this holy day.
Well, severe weather, I think, is a good way to think about it. I think all of us realize that life is not smooth sailing. So the church allows us or gives us 40 days to say, what does the severe weather of our lives mean for us? And how can we navigate through life, appreciating that every single day we confront challenges and difficulties and brokenness. And so we're asked to take some time away to say, what are the skill sets that we need to develop during this time that will enable us to really live better lives. So I think the rain above is a good indicator for us that, hey, we need these 40 days.
Oh, I love that. It's this, this internal, kind of self-check of where we've been, where we're going, and take inventory of maybe what can be adjusted. And as we look at the visuals, we look at the picture behind us, we look at the ashes on your forehead. Sure. Just give us the significance of what that means, because we see it certainly every year.
I think for, really centuries, the whole concept of ashes has been a way of humbling ourselves to realizing we're from dust and to dust we shall return. Let's not think too well of ourselves that we're not meant for this world. And so to place ashes on our foreheads is just a reminder for ourselves and for everyone else that this is not our ultimate destiny, that we're destined for someplace greater than this, and that we need to find ways to continue to humble ourselves and say, okay, how can I live this life in a different way so as to be better prepared, certainly for the life to come, but also better prepared to engage this life in a more full way. And so taking some time to not think so highly of myself, but to realize the areas of my life where I need to change.
And I feel like this is a message, Bishop, for everyone watching this morning. This is not about whether you're Catholic or not, or what religion. It doesn't matter if you're Democrat or Republican or what you feel about the president's speech last night. We know we live in a divided country, in a divided world. But what we can all unite behind is, like you said, pause. Take inventory. Right. Don't you think that we can all adjust and do better and be more loving and be more kind to one another?
Absolutely. And I think what it causes us to do is to realize there's something greater than ourselves here at work, and that's our God. And the way in which we find methods throughout these 40 days to remind ourselves of our connection to something greater. It's amazing to me the increased rates of anxiety in our world, and in so many ways, in my mind, that's simply because we have distanced ourselves from something greater than ourselves. When it's just us, I'm worried, and so Lent allows us to be reminded that, wait a minute, there is a loving God who wants to walk with me on this journey and wants to help me beyond my weaknesses, to get beyond the ashes of this life to a really wonderful life that we celebrate at Easter and that we'll hopefully celebrate in the life to come.
For someone that's never participated in the 40 days of Lent that lead up to Easter, a big part of that is sacrificing something.
Sure.
A lot of people, whether it's alcohol or sugar or whatever it could be that you give up. What is the significance behind a little bit of sacrifice? We don't live in a world where that's comfortable for us. So what's the intended purpose there?
Yeah, and this isn't some glorified January 1st where we're going to make some New Year's resolution. It's not that at all. What's really critical is understanding the why. Why am I doing this? Yeah. What's the connection? It's not about the particular practice, but it's about what the practice means for me and how it encourages me to open my heart a little bit more, to stretch myself, like any good workout that builds muscle for the capacity to be able to do something greater. So certainly Lent is not, and even ashes, anyone can receive ashes, as a symbol that says, okay, I need to take some steps in sacrifice. And certainly I think that people of all faiths can appreciate that dynamic in their lives. So, but the why, I think the why is the thing that needs to be there, or else what are we doing?
Bishop, we're almost out of time. I would love if you can give any update to Pope Francis. We know that he is absent at the Vatican on this Ash Wednesday. We know his health has been struggling. Well, what's the discussion in the Catholic community here?
Sure. Obviously, there's a lot of concern and prayer going out for him, but at the same time, he has a robust spirit, and he will not be kept down. He's still, I think, very actively engaged in the life of the church through constant meetings every day with folks. I'm hopeful that his health will continue to improve, but it's guarded right now, and so we really need to keep him in our prayers.
Bishop Michael Martin with the Diocese of Charlotte, our first Ash Wednesday together joined the Diocese in Charlotte back in May of last year. So welcome 8 months later to the Queen City. And again, if you are a part of the Catholic community, if you want to experience Ash Wednesday, multiple services and Mass all around the area, you can take part in that, or just pause and think about and collect yourself as we go forward between now and Easter. We'll be right back after this.